Hey! Happy Sunday evening to you. Well, good morning, afternoon, or evening, actually, wherever you might be in time and space. All right, I'm back. I didn't get to fly all weekend. Too busy doing other things, and all I've been thinking about this whole time is getting back into the 737 MAX. Because the last few times behind the yoke, it has gone terribly bad. I'm used to the Airbus, and so I have flown Boeing in the past, but I couldn't, remember the little differences. The little things, like how to make it fly on the right course. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to take some time since I had a little bit of time this evening. I'm not ready to quite call it a done weekend yet. So a couple more hours still, and I want to jump into the 737. So we're going to be going from Tyler, Texas to Oklahoma City. So I did watch a few videos out there, people that have put together quick little refreshers on how to fly this thing, and I hope I get it right. So, one moment.
With Eli Avery's cabin crew. First Officer John Marie Bobo.
John Marie Bobo. That logo right there, the orange circle with the point of interest airplane marker in it, that is Bush Talk Radio.
Our cabin crew is ready for boarding.
All right. We'll board here in just a moment. Let me make sure Bush Talk is working for us. What it is you can listen to radio stations, local radio stations, as you fly around them, but mostly it is for audio tours. Right? So let me zoom out. Yep, we are logged in. There we are. The blue arrow, that is us. And we are here at Tyler, Texas, at Tyler Pounds Regional Airport. Okay, so, and we might be up a little too high to really enjoy any of these points of interest, but as we travel around, you see all these dots? The blue ones and the orange ones and the green ones, and some of these gray ones, some of them are airports. If we fly within 1 mile of one of these, it will give us an audio tour. For example, here's Shreveport, right here. So let's say we were to travel within 1 mile of that, we would get something like this.
Kansas City Southern Railroad Wadilla Truss Bridge, Cross Bayou, in Shreveport, Louisiana, was built in 1890.
Yeah.
It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places.
Okay, so that's all set to go now too, to make things a little bit more interesting. I'm not going to be using any random failure gaming tonight or no D&D dice because this is going to be hard enough. And the last time too, I had discontinuities in the FMC, and it didn't switch over to do an ILS properly. So I'm going to be looking out for things like that. Let's go ahead and initiate the boarding.
Pounds Ground Kin Lima Alpha Oscar Niner 712.
There's another thing I'm feeling really dumb about too. It's just not understanding
Oscar Niner 712, the jetway is going to be
graphics, well enough. So I've been saying, hey, I'm running in 4K, right? But I've been using DLSS because everybody's like, oh, DLSS is amazing. And it really is great. And let me just slow down the camera a little bit. But if you're trying to...
Boarding complete, Captain.
No, that was fast. But if you are on a 4K screen and you're using DLSS, people are out there writing things saying, well, you're not displaying 4K native. But what do you mean? Well, when you use DLSS, it's altering the signal, and it's doing what it needs to do to make it look as good as it can, but it's not just raw 4K. So anytime you apply a filter, anti-aliasing, DLAA, TAA, anything, any filters whatsoever, everybody's saying
Groundkin Lima Alpha Oscar Niner 712. Could you please send the baggage?
so everybody's saying, well, if you mess with it at all, it's not true 4K. All right. So I am on a 4K monitor, and it is set to 4K. And so what I'm trying tonight is, and it's not going to be perfect. You still might see some little jaggies here and there, but try not to concentrate on it too much. So I hope that makes sense. I've turned off all anti-aliasing to make sure that it's just a raw 4K thing, right? So I think I have turned on transparency filtering to make sure that things that are, like windows and water features and whatever, that it handles the transparency all right.
Pounds Groundkin Lima Alpha Oscar Niner 712. Could you please send a catering truck?
Kin Lima Alpha Oscar Niner 712. The catering truck is on the road.
This guy seems a little bit more competent than the driver we had yesterday. He just couldn't seem to figure it out. And he had to invoke some sort of special power that he had to slide over to it. This guy's kind of getting it. Not really. Looks like he might pull one of those slide maneuvers here too. Aha.
All luggage on board, Captain.
Oh, good. Oh, I've got to turn that speed down. Can't get the camera moving right. Thank you to all the people that are out there putting out tutorials on how to fly this thing, especially the down and dirty ones. I'm going to teach you everything you know in 2 minutes. So pay attention. Stop talking. Focus right here. If you need any more than 2 minutes, you're stupid. Okay. All right. I'm paying attention. All right. I need the drone cam. Speed. Here we go. I don't know why it's got to be so low. And that one's going slow. Yeah, that one goes all slow, and as much as I turn this one down, that's fast. Jeez. That'd be nice. All these open seats. We're not making much money today, but
Pounds ground Kin Lima Alpha Oscar Niner 712 ready to copy IFR clearance to Rogers.
Kin Lima Alpha Oscar 9712 is cleared to Rogers Airport as filed expect runway 4 maintain FL200. Departure frequency is 135. 25 squawk 574 tree.
So they want us at 20,000.
Clear to Rogers as file runway 4 maintain FL200. Departure frequency is 135. 25 squawk 574 tree Kin Lima Alpha Oscar Niner 712.
Kin Lima Alpha Oscar 9712 readback is correct. Contact ground on 121. Niner when ready to taxi. Good day.
Captain, we are at 50% of fuel.
Really? All right, so turning on the flight directors, and we've got our altitude put in, and these won't. VNav will engage. Okay, LNav and VNav. Let's put it on heading select to start. And we are okay. And speed, we need to be like 160. Got to stay under 250 under 10,000 feet, and that's been a problem lately. I've been doing this wrong. Oh. That's fine. And then I think speed is supposed to be on. Or maybe not. I don't know if that's, again, maybe it's because one of these are on. We turn this off and turn this off. Now try to engage speed. So it's not, it has nothing to do then, I guess, with VNav or LNav being on.
Pounds ground Kin Lima Alpha Oscar Niner 712 requesting pushback.
Kin Lima Alpha Oscar.
How you doing, dude? What's up, man? You look kind of normal, which is unusual. everybody in Microsoft Flight Simulator looks a little bit scary. All right.
Tow bar is set, Captain.
It says we're waiting for the pushback.
You are clear to start engines.
But he didn't push us back. So up here, that's... I'm not sure if I'm supposed to initiate it. Because normally it'll just say, okay, we'll press R to initiate the pushback. Which we requested the pushback. It says the tow bar is connected. So let me go ahead and... It's saying it's engaged. Request pushback stop. All right, well, whatever. If I have to use reverse thrust to get us out of here, I'll do that. All right, so we've been given permission to start. Now again, I'm going to be going over the basics, and later I'll be going through checklists and doing things more advanced, but that's not tonight. Okay, there's our pushback. Everybody just taking the sweet time, which is cool. It's Sunday night. It's cool. Take your time. I'm in no hurry. Just making sure, everything's going smooth. I don't want to stress anybody. So, hey, let me make sure that I had the Bush Talk radio screen open this whole time. I'm so sorry. Try as hard as I might. I swear, after 270 episodes, is he gonna stop? Huh? Wait. Okay. Wow, he really put us out there. 270 episodes, and I still make dumb mistakes like that. And I'm terribly, terribly sorry. And I will try to make sure I do things better. Always. All apologies. Okay, so back over here. Thank you, Bruno. I'm sorry, Bruno. It's always something. In the immortal words of Rosanna Dana, it's always something. Thank you for telling me, Bruno. It's good to see you. And again, sorry I missed you. Speaking of mistakes, I missed you the last couple of times. I'm not paying attention. Again, everything's been going wrong for me. So I'm concentrating so hard on trying to get things right that I'm, not paying attention to other things. I found out that the replay camera function does not work in career mode. And they're like, well, people can look, I don't have one of those brains that will spend time thinking about how to use something like a flight recorder to cheat in career mode. So that was the first thing I heard, that they can use flight recorder to cheat and blah, 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 and save your game and just land it over and over. I don't know, whatever. But it doesn't work in career mode. And so that's kind of a bummer.
Pounds ground kin Lima Alpha.
I hope they change that.
712 with India ready to taxi. IFR.
Kin Lima Alpha, Oscar 90712 taxi to and hold short of runway 4 via taxiway Delta. Contact tower on 120. 1 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 4 via taxiway Delta Kin Lima Alpha Oscar 90712.
All right. I have never done this route. Tyler, Texas to Oklahoma City. I hope you had a great weekend. Did you get to do any flying this weekend or do anything exciting this weekend? I didn't do too much exciting stuff this weekend. I'm not the best at doing metadata and SEO and things like that. Just aren't really on my mind sometimes. And so I've done 270 of these live streams, plus a whole bunch of other Microsoft Flight Sim videos. And, all of my descriptions and metadata and tags, and they're just really all over the place. And so mostly spent this weekend just doing clerical work, going in and making sure the descriptions are there and adding content where I need it and getting the tags right and linking things properly. And yada, yada, yada. Setting up playlists properly, trying to declutter the channel, put all the flight sim stuff into one folder, consolidate all the games, other games that I play like Manor Lords. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to abort, okay? We just crashed. That happens. It's a bug, okay? And you were watching live and you saw it. As we were taxiing and we got halfway down there, I wasn't doing anything. We just crashed. It happens sometimes. But the thing is, if you continue now and you're doing this in career mode, you're going to take the penalty of crashing the plane and lose a lot of reputation. So this sucks, the position we're in right now, because we have no choice. We have to abort. Okay, so for whatever reason, it hits invisible walls, or I'm not sure what it does or what causes it. So normally it has been happening in the TBM, and Ed caught one happening on live stream the other day while he was watching. Just out of the blue, you'll be taxiing and boom, you've crashed. Oh man, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that flight again. That changes everything. It changes everything. So yeah, now all the time I spent working on the all the text and everything for this flight, now it's all shot because of that. Dang you, Microsoft. So now the difficulty is now finding another dang. I should have tried hitting a restart. That was dumb of me instead of abort. K-bad to KNFW. All right, well, I'll have to change all the text then. Oh, well, it happens. Yeah, I didn't think that... I think in the past I have done reset, but I don't know if it still counts that crash on you or not. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, so there's a lot of bugs. I'm going to skip ahead to the departure. So... making the money on this isn't that important. It was just getting the autopilot, getting the basics down tonight. Son of a gun.
Good morning. So we're flying to FT Worth. Amazing place.
Wow, sounds like he's trying to be quiet. Good morning.
Final call for FT Worth Flight Suncoast Air International SCA 7610. Please head to Gate 9 with your boarding pass and passport ready. Thank you.
Okay, let's go. It's thinking about something. Might as well take a sip of coffee. I'm gonna raise a toast to you. Thanks for coming in tonight. Cheers. I haven't seen anything pop up on your site. Here's to your health, well-being, and prosperity.
Barksdale Tower, Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610, ready for IFR departure, runway 15.
So not only has it crashed during taxi like that,
7610 altimeter 29er. 7-tree. Cleared for takeoff runway 15.
it has crashed on takeoff a couple of times. So yeah, it's very buggy. What was that? 29? What was our alt? 2975, 2973.
Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610. Did you copy?
I did copy, ma'am. I was checking my altimeter setting.
Clear for takeoff runway 15. Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610.
Okay, let's put this back under 200. Turn on the flight directors on both sides. That's on. Arm the auto throttle. Turn speed on if you can. Can't. Turn on VNav. Turn on LNav. LNav doesn't want to come on. Put on heading select. And dial in set for 20. We need to make this thing move a little bit quicker. Okay, 20,000 feet. And I don't think we can plug in a vertical speed just yet. Can. So 1,500. Okay. All right, hopefully we got everything good. 5% flaps. Great. Get rid of the yoke. Okay, let's go onto the runway.
Ladies and gents, please fasten your seat belts and secure all baggage underneath your seat or in the overhead compartments. Place your seats and table trays in the upright position. Turn off all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones, and prepare for takeoff.
He might tell you it's a no smoking flight, but on all my flights, they're smoking flights, so you go right ahead. It's a virtual aircraft. You can imagine opening a virtual window. You can imagine telling all the people around you who are acting stupid, oh, he's smoking. You just tell them to shove right off. If I owned my own plane like this, I would build a special area in the back. I would build a smoking lounge in the back, kind of a standing room only thing, one of those little glass rooms. Okay, let me make sure our heading is set. Will that change our heading? Heading is 150. Went the other way. Here it comes. All right. So got our heading lined up 150 and heading select on. Okay. All right. Now, got to cross my fingers that we don't crash on takeoff. Five, 120. Should get our V1. All right. waiting for 400 feet. All right. So now,
Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610.
autopilot, autopilot.
1. Good day.
Speed 184. Good, it's all working. Make sure LNAV is off. LNAV off. BNAV on.
Charlie Alpha 7610, please acknowledge.
One moment, please. I am struggling to check my stuff.
1 Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610.
Okay. Turn off. Heading select. Now put on LNAV.
Is passing 1,600 feet.
Or not.
FL190.
Oh, they want 19.
Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610 FT Worth Center Altimeter 29er. 7 tree radar. Contact continue.
All right. So why does LNAV not want to come on? I don't know. So let's look at the plan and see if we're even flying on our plan. Maybe. Hey, easy. Easy. So we're supposed to go to EMG and then turn hard right. So we'll know here in just a moment if it's going to do its thing or not. If not, we'll try to tell it to go to the next waypoint. I don't think it's going to do it. Let's try LNAV again. No. I understand. Let's put up our landing gear and get our flaps up. Should have done that earlier. Now let's try. Nope. All right, we're not turning, so let's go to our legs page. There's a discontinuity here. So let's fix that. All right, so now if we look at our flight plan, it says whoops, and it's gonna put us in a circle. I don't know why it just didn't calculate to intercept over here, but it wants to be fancy and do some curves.
Good day.
Now let's see if it's gonna follow it or not. I don't see it doing it. There, now LNAV is on. But it's not following.
Charlie Alpha 7610, please acknowledge.
Oh my goodness. So what's wrong now?
Tree 25 Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha 7610.
All right, let's go to the next point. GGG.
Center Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha 7610 is passing 6,100 feet, climbing
Captain, we should slow to below 250 knots until we have passed 10,000 feet.
Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610 center.
And now our speed went nuts.
7 tree radar contact.
What? Oh boy. So it broke out of speed hold when we got LNAV on or something like that. And right now I've got a blank up here. And now speed doesn't want to go. Put on our vertical speed. Now we got our speed back. Boy, the eccentricities of the Boeing aircraft really do my head in. And we're just flying away still. We're not engaging. We're not going to EMG, and we're not turning to GGG, which Boeing, what's wrong with you? All right, well, let me manually turn then. What's... And put it on heading select. My landing gear's still down. Thank you, Bruno.
Charlie Alpha 7610, contact FT Worth Center on 135. 1. Good day.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610. Did you hear my last transmission?
I did.
135. 1 Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610. FT Worth Center Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610 is at 10,400 feet, climbing FL 190. Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610 FT Worth Center altimeter 29er. 74 radar contact continue.
Well, now I've got a magenta line to EMG. Now that I've swung it around. No, I don't. I'm seeing things. All right, so it's now moved on. Now it's saying fly to GGG. Gads. I can't get this thing to move forward. Like in a Airbus, you can do a direct to, and I guess I'm not understanding how to make it go, how to skip EMG now and go right to here. It still says EMG. It wants to go to EMG. So would you happen to know by chance, how do you make it go do a direct to? What am I do? Well, what am I doing wrong here? So again, going to route. No, going to legs, not flight plan. So can I knock this out somehow? What happens if I select that one? All right, let's see what it does here. Okay, so I'm still trying to make it go to EMG, but let's see if it'll move on now on its own. Ah, glory hallelujah. So I just really needed it to sequence EMG. And now we're in. We're in like Flynn. Okay. So LNAV, BNAV, and we're still climbing. 16,000 feet. But we got it. Good. Good, 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 good. Trying to get my drone camera. It's not wanting to cooperate. There we go. Interesting little curve. Really cute in the water. All right, so we're supposed to inform the passengers of cruise status.
Good morning, ladies and gents. This is your captain speaking. Today I'm assisted by
Captain Skydude.
Welcome aboard Flight SEA 7610 inbound to FT Worth. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 19,300 feet and at an airspeed of 300 knots. It's 10:21 a.m. We anticipate a comfortable flight in spite of some mild turbulence. On behalf of all crew members, we thank you for flying with us today. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
I'll try not to forget to turn the screen off again, but unfortunately, the direction we're headed, there are no point of interest of note. If we keep going on this path, you know, there's nothing. The nearest one is up here to our starboard side at Marshall. Texas Christmas town of Marshall. Texan Christmas town. I might as well listen to that one now and get it out of the way.
Marshall is a city in the U.S. state of Texas. It is the county seat of Harrison County and a cultural and educational center of the Ark-La-Tex region. At the 2020 U.S. Census, the population of Marshall was 23,392. The population of the Greater Marshall area, comprising all of Harrison County, was 65,631 in 2010. Marshall and Harrison County were important political and production areas of the Confederate States of America during the American Civil War. This area of Texas was developed for cotton plantations. Planters brought slaves with them from other regions or bought them in the domestic slave trade. The county had the highest number of slaves in the state, and East Texas had a higher proportion of slaves than other regions of the state. The wealth of the county and city depended on slave labor and the cotton market. The city is known for holding one of the largest light festivals in the United States, the Wonderland of Lights. It identifies as the self-proclaimed pottery capital of the world.
It identifies as
pottery industry.
It's got pronouns.
Referred to by various nicknames, the cultural capital of East Texas and Center Stage, a branding slogan adopted by the Marshall Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Our weather here locally in Colorado Springs, Colorado, it turned cold last night, and we're going to go through a cold spell this whole week. Not too bad, but in the evenings it's going to be below freezing, which is fine by me. I wasn't really wanting to hurry up and get out there and start spring cleaning the yard and doing all the yard work this weekend. Christine was like, if it's nice, maybe we should go out and work on the yard this weekend. And I'm like, well, I'm hoping for bad weather. So the cosmos is in alignment with me, and we're going to have another week of bad weather. So I'm not going to have to get out there and do anything in the yard for, I don't know, until next Wednesday, maybe at least. So I got a reprieve. All right, let's get in the cabin again and check things over. All right, so we're on course. No problems there. We've reached 19,000 feet, and it's handling the speed. We're at 316 knots, and everything looks good. Let's look for any other discontinuities here. Yeah, there's a discontinuity here. So I've learned that you have to click the one before it and then click onto the discontinuity, and this will populate this. Just knocking it out. So let me click on luck and then click the discontinuity. So now luck knocks it out. Okay, so great. So we're looking good there. It's actually a short flight, not a whole lot of waypoints. It's runway 36 there. Now, the next big thing that I'm worried about is the last two times I've come in, it doesn't, air traffic control didn't lead me in, and I've done something wrong where it's not setting up the ILS. And we need to check the frequency. So, what is the frequency, Kenneth? We need this. Oh my. So that's what happens when you turn off. Okay, so I said I turned off a lot of the anti-aliasing stuff because it doesn't really help. But for something this small, it absolutely does. How interesting. Well, I can get what I need out of it, and I need the ILS frequency, and that is 1107. 1107. So coming over here to our deck. Turn up the brightness. Where's the brightness down here? There we go. So that's set to 1105. Switch. Switch. Doesn't switch back. Why doesn't it switch back? One 107 and switch it. It didn't take it. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, so now this should be active. 1107. And the course heading was... I can't believe I can't read it. 356. So up here to course 356, and over here on the co-pilot 356. I don't know if we need the frequency on this side too, but let's do it anyway. One 107. Okay. Doing good. Just videos for social media. Press tab. Tab.
Our in-flight meal today will be tomato and basil bruschetta served warm and family style. Hope you will enjoy.
Just videos for social media.
Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha, 7610, contact FT Word Center on 13525. Good day. Going to 135. 25 Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha, 7610. FT Worth Center Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha, 7610, FL 190.
Kin Sierra, Charlie Alpha 7610 FT with center radar contact continue.
All right. I prefer, I like using X, Twitter. I don't do a whole lot of camera stuff. Don't take a lot of photos. So, but Instagram is really nice. I do have an Instagram account, but I really don't use it. Haven't used it for probably like 2 years or more. Mostly on X. So Henning is in the chat room, and Henning... It was going to be one of his first flights this year. He was going to be flying, I can't remember what you said now, something like an old wooden plane. And obviously, if he's here in the chat room, he survived his flight. So he says, yeah, he survived. First thermal flight of the year, resulting in me getting a little bit sick. Really? Oh, from doing the spinning. So in thermals and gliding, if you don't know anything about gliding, which I'm just learning, when you're trying to catch a thermal, it's a pocket of air that is rising, and you want to, like a column. It's a column of air, And what you try to do is you try to put yourself into that column of air and spin around in it while you're pulling your nose up. So you're using that column of air to like ride and to climb higher and higher. And sometimes you've got to spin a lot, and sometimes you've got to spin rather tight. And so that's what I'm guessing at the moment without looking back in the chat, that he said this was the first time he ever caused himself to possibly get sick. Yeah, he says my first thermal flight of the year, resulting in me getting a little bit sick. That's my guess, is the spinning. I don't think I would do well with it either. I don't really like doing it in the simulator alone. I wasn't born for gliding. All right. Well, it looks like I think we're all set in here, and we can get back out and at least enjoy the scenery. Maybe. A lot of clouds. That's funny, it's noisier out here. Like being right over the fuselage is like the quietest place.
You are 9 or 7 miles east. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS Zulu runway tree 6 approach via Leroy transition.
Wow, this flight was way shorter than I thought. They're already telling us to descend.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS Zulu runway tree 6 approach via Leroy transition. Clear to Leroy. Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610.
Two 974. No. 3,000. Did we get an altimeter date? Two 974. 973. Okay.
Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610, please expedite your descent 3,000 feet.
All right. Let's go 2,500.
We've already started our descent to Fort Worth NAS JRB, Carswell F, and expect to land in a few minutes.
All right, let's slow down.
2:10 a.m. in FT Worth now, and temperature is 61 degrees Fahrenheit. On behalf of all our crew, thank you for choosing Suncoast Air International today. We wish you a pleasant stay in FT Worth and hope to see you again very soon.
Better slow us down a little bit. All right. So as we get close to the landing, Henning says he's got a new video up. Actually, now might be the best time.
Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610, contact FT Worth Center. 725. Good day.
Go to 126, 725, Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610. FT Worth Center, Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610 is passing 13,000 feet, descending 3,000 feet.
That's neat. The full length gloves, jacket and glove, they look like it's a one piece. Yeah, they look like they're part of one flight suit. So that's your Mustang, right? That's your P-51. Let me go ahead and like that one. And I can share it to social media. Did the post? Yeah. Oh, I don't want to post it twice. Dang, that's a... Oh, I see. Was he just doing a touch ago? I was gonna say that was so fast for a landing. Let me rewind that a little bit. Yeah, I see. Just doing touch and go. Dang, you're hauling ass. Hauling butt. Gotta watch out. Closed captioning is gonna get on my case if I use bad words. Pardon me, skipping ahead a little bit. Field landing. Man, she comes down so fast. Oh, the good thing is you stopped it really well without tipping the thing over. Yeah, I would have tipped it over for sure. All right, good stuff. I should be able to... I'll check the HD setting next time. That's the P-47 Thunderbird, he says. Okay, where are we at here? We are... Doji, and then Cabby. And... we haven't been given any other commands to come down anymore. 3,000 feet, 208 knots. To 170. 170 knots. We're going to want to go over to the approach screen. Zoom out a little bit. Uh-oh, it didn't like that at all. Too slow. That looks like a discontinuity right there. Page, previous page.
Charlie Alpha 76.
No.
Zero contact. FT Worth Center on 135. 25. Good day. One tree 5. 25 Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610. FT Worth Center Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610 3,000 feet.
Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610 FT Worth Center altimeter 29er. 81 radar contact continue to LUCCK.
2981. Okay. There's 2981. I don't know what's going to happen right here. I don't know if that's a discontinuity or if this is where we make our transition over to... No, I wouldn't think so. I would think this is the runway up here. I'm not sure what's going on here, but because I don't see it happening down in here. There's Dodgy and there's Cabby and Luck. And it says fly to Luck. Yeah, I don't see that we're on anything. We go to Luck. Oh, that fixed it. Right after the engine failure, you looked back to see if it was still in Randy's. The thing glides like a stone, so I had to bring it down to the field. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. I'm back over on your page looking at it again. And sure enough, I had it set low. Let me restart it. Oh yeah, it makes a big difference watching it in HD. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oops. Am I going too slow again?
Alpha 7610, you are 53 miles southeast of Navy FT Worth. Contact Navy FT Worth Tower on 120. 9 or 5 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 120. 9 or 5 Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610.
That says we're just hitting Cabby, Luck, and Jabab. Jabab is 2,481. Okay. VNAV is off again. 213. At least you can type, my friend. My fingers. I'm the worst.
Navy FT.
I thought so.
Charlie Alpha.
How do I control that then?
4 tree miles southeast inbound ILS Zulu runway, tree 6 approach.
So you can't change the speed with VNAV on.
Charlie Alpha 7610 Navy FT Worth Tower. Altimeter 29er. 85 cleared ILS Zulu runway tree 6 approach.
That's what we're listening for.
Cleared ILS Zulu runway tree 6 approach. Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610.
Altimeter 2985. We should be at 2,481. All right. Vertical speed, negative 1,500 feet per minute. Might be a little early, but what the heck, let's do our landing gear. Turn on the auto brake.
Careful, Captain. Flaps over speed.
Really, at 5? No. That's cool. He gives you a flap warning though. Okay, you have a great morning and a great day at school, and may the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Kid's got style. He's got the moxie. So, we didn't get an audio play for this. We should have passed that one.
Waxahachie is the county seat of Ellis County, Texas, United States. Its population was 29,621 at the 2010 census, with an estimated population of 37,988 in 2019. Waxahachie is locally known for its elaborate Richardsonian Romanesque courthouse. The town also features many examples of Victorian architecture and gingerbread-style homes.
Gingerbread homes.
Converted into bed and breakfast inns. The Ellis County Art Association hosts art on the square. In 1988, the area around Waxahachie was chosen as the site for the superconducting Super Collider, which was to be the world's largest and most energetic particle accelerator, with a planned ring circumference of 54.1 miles. 17 shafts were sunk and 14.6 miles of tunnel were bored before the project was cancelled by Congress in 1993.
The one that we're passing right now over to our port side.
The Sanders Sandy Estes Unit is a privately operated prison in Venus, Texas. It is owned by the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and operated by the Management and Training Corporation.
A prison, great.
Originally opened in 1989, the Sanders Estes Correctional Center houses minimum and medium security inmates. Inmates' intensive program service needs are addressed. The facility offers a wide range of programmatic opportunities to better prepare offenders for re-entry into society. The Sanders Estes Unit assists local communities by providing offender crews for. The Battle of Village Creek occurred on May 24, 1841, on the embankments of Village Creek. The battle, which evolved into a running gunfight between the Republic of Texas militia and the Village Creek tribes, was attributed to the increased Native American raids on Anglo settlements in the Red River counties. The Village Creek area is a stem of the West Fork Trinity River. The water stream routes southwest from Arlington, Texas, and tapers just south of Cross Timber, Texas. The Trinity River tributary, which extends 23 miles to the south of the West Fork Trinity River, provided a sanctuary for many Indian tribes. The Caddos, Cherokees, and Tonkawas established a series of habitats or villages along the banks of Village Creek. The Central Handley Historic District is located in Handley, Fort Worth, Texas, 7 miles east of downtown. The district was the commercial center of the unincorporated small town of Handley, which was subsequently annexed into the city of Fort Worth, Texas in 1946. Platted in 1885 by the Texas and Pacific Railway, the growth of the town was influenced by the presence of the railroad and the arrival of the Northern Texas Traction Company's interurban streetcar system operating between Fort Worth and Dallas in 1902. As the location of the Traction Company's power plant and car BAMs, the town became home to employees of both the Northern Texas Traction Company and the T&P. The Central Handley Historic District was oriented on the north side of the railway reservation, with the depot located along the southern border of the district. The businesses within the district served not only the local residents and area farmers but the commuters who traveled on the railroad and the interurban. It was named for James Madison Handley, a Georgia native and veteran of the U.S. Civil War. It was added to the National Register on January 17, 2002.
We're flying to this airport. No, not that one. One of these airports around here. I don't know if we'll see this stadium or not.
Amon G. Carter Stadium is an open-air football stadium on the campus of Texas Christian University in Fort Worth, Texas. It is the home stadium of the TCU Horned Frogs football team.
The Horned Frogs.
Named after Amon G. Carter, a prominent Fort Worth businessman, newspaper publisher, and city booster. It has several popular nicknames, the most popular being the Carter and Hell's Half Acre. Between 2010 and 2012, the stadium underwent a $164 million reconstruction project. In 2019, the stadium underwent an additional $118 million east side expansion. The Fort Worth Water Gardens, built in 1974, is located on the south end of downtown Fort Worth between Houston and Commerce Streets next to the Fort Worth Convention Center. The 4.3-acre water gardens were designed by noted New York architects Philip Johnson and John Burgee and were dedicated to the city of Fort Worth by the Amon G. Carter Foundation. The urban park is frequently billed as a cooling oasis in the concrete jungle of downtown. Its focal points are 3 pools of water and a terraced knoll, which helps to shield the park from the rest of the city. Interstate 30 was relocated from its former site immediately adjacent to the water gardens, making the south end of the park quieter. The park now sits adjacent to Lancaster Avenue, recently landscaped and prepared for redevelopment. The quiet, blue meditation pool is encircled with cypress trees and towering walls covered in a thin plain of water that cascades almost 90 degrees down to the sunken blue water feature. The sound of the water on the walls evokes thoughts of a gentle rain shower. The aerating pool features multiple illuminated spray fountains under a canopy of large oak trees. The main attraction of the water gardens is the active pool of water cascading 38 feet down terraces and steps into a small pool.
We are getting ready to make our turn to final.
Experience for people to walk down the terraced steps to be surrounded.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to turn on, make sure we're in approach, turn on the localizer. I think. Alright, we are on the proper course heading. I'm going to go ahead and engage approach. I'm not seeing our diamond. Yeah, I am. We're a little high still. Approach doesn't want to turn on. Turn on BNav. Approach. No. Turn on. Why won't approach? Come on. Localizer won't come on. Good. This is what I did not want to have happen. Why? Why aren't you engaging? This isn't good.
Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610, wind tree 51 at 10. Cleared to land runway tree 6. Clear to land runway. Tree.
All right, well,
Sierra Charlie
crap.
Alpha.
I really wanted to do... Oh, let's try this. Maybe that's the problem. No, it's not the problem. I did not want to do this manually. Dang it. All right, well. Gonna do it manually. Crap. Speed brake.
Carswell Air Force Base is a former United States Air Force base located northwest of Fort Worth, Texas.
Slow down, come down.
For most of its operational lifetime, the base's mission was to train and support heavy strategic bombing groups and wings. Carswell was a major strategic air command base during the Cold War. With the end of the Cold War, and the subsequent downsizing of the American military, the 1991 Base Realignment and Closure Commission recommended that Carswell AFB be closed by 1994. Today, the facility is known as Naval Air Station Fort Worth Joint Reserve Base. It retains an Air Force Reserve presence as well as a Navy Reserve, Marine Corps Reserve.
Why aren't you slowing down?
Units were formerly located at Naval Air Station Dallas.
Oh, shit.
Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610, turn next taxiway.
Why is it so laggy?
Kin Sierra Charlie Alpha 7610, contact ground on 121.
Yeah, well, we made it. We made it down to the ground. That's all that matters. Oh, boy. That is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do an ILS landing. Where am I supposed to park at? That was a real drag.
Ladies and gents, welcome to Fort Worth.
Put the flaps back up. Keep it in reverse thrust. And let's back up. I'm sorry about my camera view. Well, what a bummer. So I need to find somebody who's really good with the Boeing, or go watch some more videos and try to figure out what did I do wrong? Why didn't it go in? Why didn't it take the localizer? Why didn't the localizer activate? And Why didn't the approach mode activate? And how do you also get it into approach while having the auto throttle work properly? Are you supposed to not be an auto throttle? Either way. Pretty confusing. But that's what this is all about. More experience. I'm going to go ahead and skip over to shutdown. We're going to be here forever just turning around. Well, welcome to Fort Worth. For what that is worth. I'll be surprised if we get halfway decent score at all. Man. Oh, man. I thought we did better, at least with procedures. I mean, we didn't have too many problems getting back onto course. Even the passengers turned against me a little bit. Like, we didn't like the landing. 3 flight level 100 speed limit errors. 1 missed air traffic control transmission. 1 flaps extended. Yeah, so we'll probably take a little hit on our reputation. Not very stellar, but it's the way the cookie crumbles. Thanks, Gordon. Yep. Well, like I said, so the cookie crumbles. So thank you for tuning in tonight. And I will see you bright and early tomorrow. Well, not bright and early, like 10. Starting around 10. Somewhere between 10 and 4, and I try to do a couple of live streams in the morning. So now it's off to go watch some more videos on the 737 here, specifically with regards to the ILS and maybe some troubleshooting. So you have a fantastic night. This show not brought to you by Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat.